Hello, class. I am just waiting to see if anybody's going to join the webcast before I start. Tonight, we are discussing your media analysis paper that is due next Tuesday. And I decided to do a webcast on this paper because in the past, I have had some students with particular problems with the webcast, and I wanted to make sure that I gave you some tips on that. I am going to just check the other link here real quick. See if anybody is going to just check the other link here. See if I'm going to just check. Okay. All right, so what I would like to talk about is how to be most successful on the paper. And so I think the best way to make sure that you address all the concepts is to go through the actual rubric, which I have right here, okay? And to think about each section. So you have an introduction, you have a section on friendship, a section on love, a section on work or family, and a section on relationship theories. Most people do a fairly decent job on the first three sections, but the last one is the most difficult. That's why I added the relationship theory assignment this semester. So when you're looking at friendship, the beginning of the paper, you want to identify either an associative, reciprocal, or receptive friendship, and make sure you tell whether or not you think it is a healthy friendship, an effective friendship. Remember that one of the key parts of a friendship is that it should be beneficial for both parties. And so you want to analyze the friendship from that lens. You should define the type of friendship and then give examples from the show that you choose to support that, and then talk about how you think that friendship is beneficial to either or both of the people. For the love section, you want to choose a different relationship. So one of the challenges students have had in the past is they choose to analyze the same relationship for friends and love. So you want to choose something different. Although you can show love in a friendship relationship, I really want you to show that you're versatile in understanding different relationships. So the types of love: eros, ludus, pragma, storge, mania, and agape. Which type of love do you see present? You may see multiple types of love, and you can acknowledge that, but I really want you to focus in on one type of love that you see present in a relationship. Talk about how that is expressed, define it, give me an example, a concrete example from the show that you've watched. And again, talk about if you think that's beneficial. How does it affect both people that that's a way that they show love to one another? You want to go a little bit deeper than you normally would in just identifying or just observing what happened. With work or family, I think it's going to probably be easiest to choose a family type of relationship. And so if you're analyzing the family, you would say, is this consensual, pluralistic, laissez-faire, protective family, and is that beneficial to them? How do you see that? Again, give me specific examples to support why you would classify the family in that way. If you choose a work relationship, you could look at mentoring relationships. You could look at networking relationships that are occurring. You could look at romantic relationships in the workplace. And so just make sure that you're really applying concepts from the class and saying, how is this beneficial or harmful to the characters in the show? Lastly, with the relationship theories, you just did or are completing the assignment for this week that identifies the theories and describes them. So that's a good start. So you want to make sure that you're doing that, but then you apply it to the characters. So for example, in Modern Family, if you say that Jay and Gloria are bonded by attraction theory, then you would want to give me examples of why they would be attracted to one another. So if Gloria is not attracted to Jay based on his looks, what other factors is she using to attract him to her? Was it economic factors? Is it stability factors? And analyze if you think that's a helpful thing for their relationship or not. You want to also be able to provide suggestions based on the theory for the relationship. So one of the best theories I think to use for this section is relationship dialectics theory, because you have the recommendations of you can rebalance the relationship and tell us how they might do that. You could say that you would choose a different perspective on those tensions in the relationship to reframe the situation and how the characters might actually do that. You could say that it would be better for them to exit the relationship, that it's too much. And so you really want to be able to say if you think it's effective and to provide recommendations. And I think that's one of the things that students really miss on doing the most, is just providing recommendations for improvement. So before you write the paper, really review those sections and see how could a relationship benefit from this theory, not just what is it, but how could that really help that relationship. So those are the main tips that I have. So be as specific as possible, be clear in your sections, and make sure that you're identifying the course concepts clearly. Some of the best papers also bold or italicize the course concepts, just to make sure that I have no hesitation in understanding what you're talking about. You use the same show throughout the entire paper, and just continue to apply those theories in using your critical thinking. So I'll pause there to see if anybody has any questions. I am not seeing any questions from any students, and so I will pause there and just say good luck on your paper. I hope that you have a fantastic Thanksgiving and that you enjoy time with your family and friends. I know that Thanksgiving can be very life-giving and also challenging, as I said in my announcement earlier this morning. So please be sure to apply your communication concepts as you're interacting with others. Don't hesitate to email me. I will be traveling, but I will also respond to email if you have any questions. Have a great week.